President.
Yep.
All right. The meeting tonight is for the conduct of town business by the town board. The public is invited to participate at the items marked on the agenda public comment. During that segment of the meeting, if you have a question or comment for the supervisor, please raise your hand and wait to be acknowledged. Please state your full name and limit your remarks to 3 minutes. Thank you for your anticipated cooperation.
Thank you. Can everyone please rise for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence for all those men and women who sacrificed their lives to allow us to serve our country and our town. Thank you. Can't make it up, Jerry. All right. I'm just going to hand my laptop off to the chief, and we're going to plug it in over there so we actually have it. Okay, sorry about that. So welcome everyone, our first official meeting of the year. I want to start by saying Happy New Year to everybody, 2026. Hopefully have a great year, and if everybody wasn't at our January 1st meeting for our reorg, I just want everyone to give a round of applause to our new council member, Gail Appler Jr. And he sat in on his first meeting on our reorg. So just want to thank Gail for stepping up and serving. He served as my deputy for the past 4 years. He'll continue to serve as deputy also. He'll be a council member and my deputy. And me and Gail have to run for election this year together. So, but thank you everybody for coming. We do have a special presentation tonight. DA Manny Najee's here tonight. We'll get right to you as soon as we go through a few little things. But thank you for coming down tonight for us. So, absolutely. Okay. So I need a motion to approve the agenda.
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Aye, so moved. Motion to approve the minutes from the December 8th, 2025 town board meeting.
I'll make the motion to approve the December 8th minutes from the town board meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved. Motion to approve the minutes from the December 8th, 2025 public hearing on the ADU code change.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from December 8th of public hearing ADU.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved. Motion to approve the minutes from the January 1st, 2026 special meeting.
I'll make the motion to approve the January 1st special meeting minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved. Motion to approve the minutes from the January 1st, 2026 reorganizational meeting.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from January 1st, 2026 reorganizational meeting.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved. I need a motion to pay the bills. Need a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make the motion to pay the bills in, I believe, the amount of $1,029,654.49.
Yes.
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
And if anybody out there is wondering why it's $1 million, just so you know, the beginning of the year is when a lot of the bills come due. Of course, they don't wait first week of the year. So 725,000 of that is our employee pension. 101,000 of that is our insurance that we pay the county for disability insurance. So 826,000 of that is that amount. So, but you'll see a couple $1 million payments in the first couple meetings. So, all right. So, anybody have specific comments on the agenda? Just the agenda itself? Reports of departments. We've got all our reports from our department heads. Does anybody on the board have any questions for any of our department heads that are currently here, or any questions that you want me to bring back to any of the department heads? But everything seems to be running good for the first week. All right, presentations. Man, you want to come on up? I appreciate you coming down.
Happy New Year to you, too.
My name is Emmanuel Neji, and most people call me Manny, and you're welcome to call me that anytime. I have been the district attorney of Ulster County for 2 years now, and one of the things I promised to do was to go around to all the town halls and subject myself to questions and answers. Whatever you want to ask about my office, what we are doing, and any questions that you might have or curiosity that you might have. And if I can help answer any question to set your mind at ease about that particular issue, that's what I'm here for. I think it's transparent and productive for the community for people to have their questions answered. If you call my office to ask a question, I would prefer for it to be answered. And I am presenting myself so you can look at my ugly face and ask your questions. And I'll do the best I can to answer. So please, let's see. I assume that everyone here knows what the DA's office does. The district attorney prosecutes all the crimes that happen anywhere in the county in which he or she is elected. I am elected in Ulster County, so every crime that happens in Ulster County is my responsibility. When the police arrest somebody, his men and women arrest somebody, the state police, the sheriff, any of the towns in Ulster County that have a law enforcement agency, when they arrest somebody, that case goes into court, my office is notified, and we get the charges, and then we have to prosecute them. We make decisions based on what's feasible, evaluation of the evidence, and then take it from there. All the felonies are prosecuted in Kingston, county court in Kingston, but they originate in the local courts. If a felony happens in the town of Marlborough here, it's gonna start with your local court here, and then make its way up to county court. If we make a determination that this is a case that's worth prosecuting as a felony, the evaluation of the case, especially violent cases, gun cases, and we take those very seriously. And some of them we do not take up to county court because sometimes just because you have a hammer does not necessarily mean that everything is a nail. Sometimes you have to exercise discretion, and I do that to the best of my ability. I ask the men and women who work in the office to do the same thing, all the lawyers in the office to do the same thing to the best of their ability, ethically and legally. So that's my introduction, and if you have any questions, please ask.
Manny, I have a question. How is the county court been working up there with the judge, the new judge system that they've been utilizing. From each judge from each particular municipality have been volunteering to come up. Not all, but some have. I know our judge,
Cap Court.
the Cap Court, I know our judge goes up frequently, and he seems to like it. He's been learning a lot. But have you guys seen it work?
Cap Court is a court designed to handle cases before 9 to 5 and after 9 to 5, so that the gap that would exist with individuals sitting in the jail waiting to be released or to be seen by a judge, so that a judge can make a determination to give them bail or to release them, so that those people are not sitting there longer than they have to. That's something that has been helpful, and I would say mostly for the defense bar and for defendants. We have always been, when I say we, the district attorney's office has always been available, and we get called at 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, whatever time during the day, during the 24 hours of each day. We get called, and we either show up in person if we can, or answer the phone, appear by any means that we can communicate with the court. We have always done that, and we continue to do that. Nothing has fallen off as a result of Cap Court. I wish they would give me money to pay assistant DAs to physically appear and cover those courts, cover Cap Court during those proceedings. The public defenders' employees get paid to cover it. We don't. But Cap Court, I believe, is a good idea, and it can be improved. But it is working okay with for defense attorneys, and nothing has fallen off on our side. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
When we arrest somebody, bring them to Cap Court on the off hours, that defendant is represented in Cap Court by the public defender. So they don't do arraignments unless the defendant has a attorney. Where I have a problem with Cap Court, which is the same as the DA, is we, the police officer, we the people, are not represented in that court right now. And that's because the DA's office doesn't have funding to put a lawyer there. So the defense attorney gets to make arguments for the defendant at the arraignment. We don't have the ability to make an argument, short of having to call the DA and get them on the phone. On the occasion, we can do that, depending on the circumstance. So I support trying to get the DA's office extra money to represent us the police officer, us the people, in Cap Court. And I know you've been working very hard on that, and it's been unsuccessful, but that's where the police department feels the squeeze in Cap Court, is we don't have representation there. The people's attorney is not present while that defense attorney is making arguments for bail. Judge do listen to officers, but sometimes statute is recited, and officers aren't well versed in criminal court statute in terms of people versus whoever that they might be arguing to release this person. That's where the lawyers would come in. That's what greatly for us. So if you can talk to whoever you need to talk to get the DA's funding, that will help the police department tremendously.
Oh, well, I appreciate. I love him. I appreciate him.
There's two legislators newly elected in the chamber. So
The Cap Court, I'm sorry, will you address it? Okay, the Cap Court arraignments happen every day.
every day.
Every day. And when somebody is charged with a crime that's designated as a qualifying offense, which includes most violent cases, most violations of privacy, personal privacy, such as sex offenses, and a lot of cases involving injury to someone. those qualifying offenses, they qualify for bail, at least for a discussion about putting bail on the individual to assure that he or she will return to court when they are required to return to court. Where we run into some issues, and about the qualifying offenses, the judges are generally very good and receptive to setting bail in those cases. For example, if I have somebody who commits a rape in the first degree, I don't think any judge in this county is going to release them. The question becomes how much bail you set on them to assure that they will come back. Obviously, the same goes for murder and most of the homicide offenses. But where we have issues sometimes is those cases that do not qualify for the court to put bail on the individual. You have frequent flyers who continue to commit those non-qualifying offenses. They come in, they leave. And then they come in again, they leave. Because the law says they cannot be put, you cannot put bail on them. And that cycle continues. And I can see it gets frustrating for judges, it gets frustrating for police officers. And I pray that no one takes it out on their own to do something to any of these individuals. But that frustration does come to a boiling point at some point for some individuals. And knowing that the individual who is being arrested for petty larceny all the time, a crime that you can only commit intentionally, to steal something is something you intend to do. It's very difficult. Usually individuals who have a mental health issue or some other issue that is causing them or affecting their commission of whatever conduct that they are charged with, that once we see the case, we can see what's involved and start taking steps, getting the support systems that are available to work with those individuals. But those who deliberately commit the crime and laugh at your face as they are released and walk away, they do cost a lot to the police agencies, they do cost a lot to the judicial system, and it's very frustrating for some of the judges.
So Manny, you support the changing of the bail, doing something with the bail reform bill? I would assume then, it sounds like.
I think the tweaking went a little too far.
Yep.
It needed to be addressed, but it went too far.
Yeah, I agree.
I absolutely believe in the idea that every individual is entitled to their constitutional protections, and bail is not intended or designed to punish someone. It's to assure that you can return to court. And when you have an individual who is returning to court but continually committing crimes,
exactly.
and basically interfering with the freedoms and the rights of other individuals, that becomes a problem. And perhaps our state legislature can say, okay, if you are released once, or a second time, and the third time, from there, like a three strikes situation for non-qualifying cases, if, when you get to the third time, then you become qualifying, and the judge can impose
bail.
Some bail. That might help, but I have there's an individual that I prosecuted long ago. His name is Peter Bonavita, and he's not going to hear this, so he can't do anything to me. Anyhow, in Kingston, he was being interviewed by the police, by the investigator, and he said, "Sir, you see a crime and you run away from it. I see a crime and I go there. That's what I want to. That's what my body, my mind tells me to do, because that's the way I am wired, and you are wired the way you are." And we have those individuals, who are wired that way, and they do present a serious issue for the community and possible danger to others.
Yeah, I hope the state legislator revisits that, because even in our small court here, I mean, we only, people don't know this, only 50% of the people actually show up to court when they get tickets, right, Jerry? If that. They know that there's an issue, because, and then they start telling their friends, and they start telling their friends, and they say, "Oh, you don't have to go to court," and it's become a real issue for municipalities at the local level, and for the police departments that spend time and energy and paperwork, and we spend a lot of money, and then they don't show up to court, and we don't have any recourse.
And something, the court issues a warrant to bring the person in. The police exercise that warrant to bring the person in. The amount of paperwork that is involved with that exercise of that warrant is incredible. The amount of paperwork that goes with any additional crime that's connected thereto is incredible. Sometimes that's the only thing the officer is going to be able to do for that day, and then have to go home or work overtime to keep up. I mean, it's a loophole that needs to be closed. But there are so many loopholes in New York State laws, criminal laws, and a good number of them, if they can be closed, I think we would have a fairer and more just criminal justice system. And I keep praying that we get there.
Hear, hear. I hear you.
Yes, sir. By the way, congratulations.
Just state your name so if the clerk has everything just on record. I know. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, Tom.
So I just wanted to know if you could share with us your top priorities in combating the fentanyl crisis in the overdoses in Ulster County.
Well, we prosecute the distributors, the people who bring them in here and sell them, but that prosecution is not enough to deal with that problem or to address it. We are doing outreach to, especially youth in the schools, in youth environment, to talk with them about what this means, about getting into these drugs that can kill you, or selling them, or providing them to others. And that sense of not knowing and not caring to know about these substances and what they can do to you. We try to get to the young people and, encourage them not to participate in them. But we also have a collaboration with law enforcement to investigate these cases, to track some of them where they are coming from. And those individuals that are bringing them in, hopefully developing a case to prosecute them. The ones that involve, when we know an identifiable seller or someone under New York law to sell drugs includes to sell it for money or to just give it to somebody without getting anything for it. So those who give drugs or sell drugs to other individuals, these illegal drugs, to other individuals, and they use it and die from it, if we can identify them and develop the evidence to prosecute them, we will do that. See, but we are not, under New York law, we cannot really prosecute them for the homicide, for the death of the individual, unless we can prove that they specifically intended to cause the death of the individual in New York. But what do? I prosecute them for the sale, for giving it. And it's not just an individual who happens to, be using something for himself and shares it with somebody else. No, these are individuals who actually make a profit selling them, distributing them, or generating the repetition of addiction and maintaining the addiction of any individual or a group of individuals. There's a lot that can be done. The word of mouth, the messaging has to be there to hopefully help our young people and some of the older individuals who participate in drug use and abuse. Talk them out of it. Help them to get the awareness and find help where they can get it. I know you're probably familiar with Sheriff Juan Figueroa's Oracle program. And there's a lot that's all the local police agencies are doing, and we work with them cooperatively in the best way that we can. All right. Yes, hi.
Good evening.
Yes,
Thank
hi.
you for coming tonight. Christina Mataroli. I'm here to represent the Marlborough Youth Football and Cheer community, and I'm wondering if your office has any intentions of pursuing the allegations that were made against the theft of Marlborough Youth Football and Cheer. Complaints were filed with the state troopers barracks, and there's been a lot of media attention, and it doesn't seem like anything is happening.
Thank you for that question. That was brought to my attention sometime last year by a legislator who is no longer a legislator as of today. I asked him to set up a meeting with me within 2 weeks of that time, of that phone call. I asked him that, hey, I'm willing to meet with the individuals who have made a complaint. Sit down and look at what the evidence is. 2 weeks go by. The third week, I reached out to him and said, I'm waiting to hear from you what's going on with this. Then the next week, I asked him, he said he was going to check with the people who have the evidence or the information and get back to me. And then I didn't hear anything. The next week, I reached out to him again, and he said that the individuals had chosen to go to the state police, okay, for the investigation. And I'm like, okay. Anything investigated by the state police in Ulster County, if it is a crime, it would have to be referred to my office for prosecution. Anything investigated by the Marlborough Police Department or any other police agency in Ulster County would have to be referred to my office. So I expected that this investigation would run its course, and if there is criminality determined by the investigation, it would be referred to me. I have not received any referral to date. I understand that it was referred to the Attorney General's office in Albany, and that the investigation by the Attorney General's office did not yield any criminal charges. That's all I know about it, and that's all I have on that.
Would you be willing to speak to our treasurer if she was able to get in contact with you to provide more information of maybe who the investigator is or what the contact people we've been in touch with?
I am happy to sit down with the treasurer, along with the state police investigator who investigated. I am happy to do that. Okay?
So is that case, is it dismissed now, the case?
I have no idea. I wouldn't think that it's dismissed because if charges were never brought and no prosecution was commenced, then there's nothing to dismiss. I don't know if he died a natural death because there is no criminality determined in the case, in the investigation. I have no idea. I have never seen a single document about the case other than what I have read in the newspaper.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay.
Yes,
Anybody else?
Thank you so much for coming down.
my pleasure.
Yes, so much. But I just was wondering, what is the highest rate of crime? And has the crime rate in Ulster County gone down? And what is the biggest crime that you see most often?
Well, the crime rate in Ulster County, and I will say across the state, has gone down. Okay? The crimes I worry about the most are the violent ones, the violent crimes, the homicides, the assault, where somebody gets hurt, domestic violence, and as much as, we all know when something hurts us. My thinking is, why would you want to impose on somebody else something that would be painful to you? Why would you do that? Why do people commit domestic violence, especially somebody who is in your home, somebody that you have a commitment to love and to cherish and so on and so forth, whether it's your spouse or your child or anyone else in your home. You see, I don't get that, and I have to tell you, I get pissed about them. And it makes me to pursue them vigorously, to do something to make sure that those individuals do not continue to harm people who are essentially their targets in their own homes. Now, those cases are very complicated to deal with because sometimes you're going to have the victim tell you, I don't want him or her prosecuted because, forget about her, it's mostly him. Okay? They tell you crying, I don't want him prosecuted, I don't want him arrested, I just want him to stop. Okay? He is not stopping on his own. He gets arrested, he gets taken away, and then the victim begs for the person to be released. Sometimes, understandably, because they are concerned about the roof over their heads and their children, they are concerned about feeding their children, they are concerned about things that are necessary for them. But at the same time, it's like, I wish you would stop. I want you to stop, and the individual doesn't stop. And we have too many of those cases. I don't know if the stats are going down or not. I believe they are. However, they shouldn't even exist. That's my thing. They shouldn't even exist. Any offense that harms somebody's physical well-being, somebody's emotional well-being, somebody's mental well-being, they shouldn't exist. And as a community, we have to stand on that principle and protect each other. Another crime that's rampant is driving while intoxicated. I mean, that is such a dangerous crime, and most people get away with it because they are not. I mean, think about this. For everyone that the police pull over and charge with driving while intoxicated, there's probably 20 that didn't get any attention. Now, these are individuals that, by their conduct, by their failure to react quickly to the way you're supposed to do when you're driving, by their foggy vision, or, intellectual functioning at the time they're driving, they are slower in responding to what they're seeing. And what happens? You have the situation that happened on Route 9W last year. You have those situations anywhere in Ulster County, and people get hurt. Sometimes most people say, hey, I had only .08. But .08 under the law is intoxication, and it's intoxication because it can impair you and affect your ability to drive and increase the danger that you present to everybody else. As we all know, when you are driving on the streets, on the roads of anywhere, you are taught to drive for yourself and others. Think about it. If I am drunk and driving on the road, anything can happen at any time. Anything. So many times, drunk drivers take out mailboxes. Imagine if that's a person. Sometimes they end up taking out people who are walking on the side of the road. On the other side of the fog lines. Sometimes people crossing the road either too slowly or not seeing the vehicle. Sometimes people who are on the sidewalks. And sometimes people who are in their homes because those drunk drivers have crashed into people's homes. Those are among the pretty dangerous and serious crimes that I see. All right. Thank you.
All right, well, we thank you for coming down again and speaking to us and answering questions, and we know you're doing a good job up there. I know sometimes, like you say, your hands are tied on a lot of things, but hopefully things will start to move in the right direction and some reform will be done, because going to our supervisor meetings and talking with the chief, it's really needed. Local, county, and statewide. There shouldn't be, in my opinion, there shouldn't be a revolving door. I know you said 3 times and you're out. I think 1 time and you're done. That's my opinion. But, 3 times is better than 20. So if we could get to that point, it's a compromise, that would be great. But real reform has to happen. And like I said, we got 2 legislators here tonight that hopefully will help you out with the cap court and get you paid. Maybe you could get our officers paid that go all the way up there for 2 hours and have to sit up there for a little bit. But it has been working well. Marlborough was one of the furthest towns to have to commit to cap court, which we did. And I was hesitant, and I know our board was hesitant just because of the travel time, but it has been working out, and I know Justin, Judge Pascal, has been serving quite a bit, so he likes it. But I thank you very much for coming down. I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And it was an honor to be here and to take your questions. It was an honor for me to be here on Saturday for the swearing-in ceremony for Laura and Dominic. And I am looking forward to working with them and the rest of our legislators in Ulster County. And thank you all be blessed. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, that was very good. All right, on the board, we have any old business that you want to bring up? We want to go right into some of this new business.
No
So-
more business for me.
You ready? So new business, it's kind of new and old, but the Long Pond treatment, motion to sign agreement, I'll have Gail speak to it a little, but I'm sure the public saw the last few years, 3 years, we started seeing issues with Long Pond, a lot of duckweed and algae, and it was green for most of the time, but we're a lot of Irish people in town, but we don't want the pond to be green all year round. So Gail went out and found a company that treats the pond, and it started to get better a lot last year. So I'm going to have him speak a little just to what it is, and it's not cheap like anything else, but if we want it to stay clean, we do have to kind of upkeep it. So go ahead, Gail.
Yeah, goes back about 20 years, I think, when I worked for the town, for the water department, I was a pesticide applicator. And me and Charlie, back in 2005, applied to treat the pond, Long Pond, on 9W. And we treated it for a couple years, and then kind of fell to the wayside. I left the town, and Charlie had other things to do. But honestly, the amount of work that goes into the permit with the DEC to apply pesticides in aquatic waters it's so much, and it's too much for someone that works for the town that's got other things to do. These people do it every day, and this guy Mark Rowland from Life Inc. Ponds was recommended by the DEC. He came very highly recommended, and last year he took care of it. He did tell us that he was very happy that we called him because he couldn't stand driving by that pond anymore and seeing how green it was, and he always hoped that someone would take care of it. So he feels blessed that it's him taking care of it. But he did say it's going to take a couple of years for him to really put a dent in the duckweed and the other vegetation in there. So hopefully after like 3 or 4 years, the price goes down, it gets easier for him to do. So that's just the background on that, that's all.
All right, and so from the board, you all got this. So for the 2026 treatment, it's $5,000 for the labor and the herbicide applications. If there's additional treatments that are needed, it's $2,000 per treatment, and of course, he'd have to ask for us to do so if that happens to happen. But, so I need authorization to sign this contract, and I just need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve signing the proposal for Life Inc. Ponds for the 2026 season.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so moved. Thank you. Thanks, Gail, for taking care of that. Estimate for the New York State DEC required landfill cap inspection. So, everybody knows well, hopefully everybody knows, but we had a rip in our cap at the transfer station, and last year we took care of it. Quite expensive. The DEC was very involved, still are very involved, and they're requiring additional inspections to the cap and to the landfill in the coming years. And we do have $7,000 budgeted for this, so that's the good news. But this contract, though, right now, it's $7,000 to $9,000, depending on how many inspections they're going to have to do, because the DEC continually comes back to us and tells us they want another inspection, or they want this done, or that. So he gave me an estimate of $7,000 to $9,000 for this year instead of the normal $7,000. So I need the board approval, if need be, to go over the $7,000 and to sign the contract.
Is the DEC allowed to do that, make their own laws, and then you say, hey, go spend the money because I'm
The
making
DEC
retard about this?
can definitely tell you what you need to do, yes.
All right, I'll make a motion to allow between $7,000 to $9,000 for the DEC new laws.
More inspections, that's all. And also this helps, not helps, it's going to actually, it has to be done if we want the next amp to be built up there, which, you know, is coming. So that's a solar farm that's going to be built on the cap. So I need a second, hopefully. Anybody?
I will second that motion.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved. Thank you. Good news is, hopefully we can stay at the 7,000. But just so the public knows, that there was a, I would say, Dave, what was it about? Maybe a 20-foot tear in the membrane on the cap? And approximately, maybe a little more, and then we had erosion around the cap that occurred from that. But when you add in engineering, the DEC requirements, and the contractual agreements to get it fixed, you know, you're talking about $225,000 that was spent to fix this cap already. So to make sure that it doesn't happen again, and a future board doesn't have to deal with this again, these inspections that are going to be done every year are well worth the money spent every year, especially if we're putting solar farm on top of the cap. We want to make sure that we don't have any more issues. So I think it's money well spent. So okay. So correspondence. Everybody wants to use the facilities, which is good. So this one. This is a new one. We had never had them ask for the community center. This is from Dawn Brady. This is from Program Manager for the Ulster County Dutchess Living Resources Without Walls Program for people with developmental and intellectual disabilities. Very good program. They come to the Cluett Park every week, and they bring the participants in this program there. They do arts and crafts with them. They take them to lunch. You know, it's a good program. But they never ask. So this year, right now, they're asking. We have several participants that live within the town of Marlborough and Milton, and we are interested in using the community center building once a week, if available, to be creative and learning arts crafts with them. I know you normally charge a fee for this, but we are not a for-profit organization, and our funds are very limited, so I was wondering if there was any way we could waive the fees. We would be able to supply you with a certificate of insurance with the town listed and additional insured. Thank you for your consideration. This is the Ulster County Dutchess DCOP Day Community Opportunities Program. So I asked her what day, which she said any day but Wednesday during the week, and it would be 10 to 2. So this would be every day though, so that's why I want to have a discussion. Are you okay with it once a week, every day? Obviously, if she can't have Wednesday, she can't do Thursdays because that's seniors. Seniors also go there on Tuesdays now, so you're limited now to Monday and Friday, I guess, so. I mean,
Once a week for how long, Scott?
she didn't, I would assume till we get to the summertime, because again, they do this in the Cluett Park now. So now that it's cold out, they obviously can't go to the park, it's too cold to bring people out there. So I'm assuming, I mean, I could ask that question, obviously, but she just said weekly, she didn't give me an end date. But I wanted to ask you if you even
How
wanted to
many
do
groups,
this.
or are there any groups other than the seniors that are currently using the community center during the week, during the day? Is it just seniors, or is anyone else renting ever during the week?
Well, sometimes you have like police training, right?
Yeah, sometimes,
Okay.
yeah. So
It's
would
a,
all
it's
be
a
based
pretty
on
large chunk
availability.
of time
It would
to
have to
block
be
off.
based on what's available, I would guess, but.
Yeah, I'd be more, I'd like to know the duration we're talking about.
I mean, I think it's a program for the county.
Or if it's 6 months, I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah, I'll follow up with how long they want to do it for. I'm assuming it's just the winter time, but I'll definitely follow up. It's going to have to be based on availability, but if you guys are okay with them using it and we want to waive the fees, I'll get that information from her. I'll get their insurance from them. We'll get it on file with the clerk, and then we can move forward, and I could give you an update of what she says. But are you okay with them using the community center and waiving the fees for the 10 to 2 time frame? So that's the question.
Yeah, I mean, I have no issue with it if no one else is using it. I mean, if we're not seeing a lot of weekday use, then it's a good program to have.
Yeah. Anybody else have an opinion? Anybody else? Or an objection? So I'll make a motion that we allow them to use it based on availability, and that we get a specific time frame of how long they're going to use it, and that their insurance is proper. And I would
Just something like, Jerry, you guys had police training there, like, for like weeks straight at time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, if we have something like that and they have to get moved,
Yeah, oh yeah.
right?
I mean,
That would take precedent.
they do it now at the Cluett Chance, so like if we're having an event at the Cluett Chance, we tell them they know, they'll, instead of coming down by the pavilion, they'll go up by the picnic tables up in, by the playground and area like that. They work with us, look, like, you know, they're on with disabled adults, and, you know, they do a good job of what they do. So I wouldn't want to not have them have a place to go if they can, if we have a place that is sitting there. So if I have a second, I'll let them know.
I'll second that.
And all in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. All right, oh, this is Sheridan. This is from the, hello, Happy New Year. Marlborough Youth Baseball and Softball is requesting the use of the Young's Fields for this year. This is our annual request, February 1st, 2026 to January 31st, 2027. If you need anything else from us, please let us know. I will get you the new insurance certificate when it's renewed, usually late January and early February, and that's from Nick Giasanti, the president of the New York Marlborough Youth Baseball and Softball. So I need a motion that we do every year to allow them to use Young's Field. I shouldn't say every year, for the past couple of years. So, since now we own Young's Field. So I need a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved. Okay. Dear members of the Marlborough Town Board, good evening. I'm writing as the president of Down Syndrome Association of the Hudson Valley, which serves 7 counties, including Ulster. Our organization's mission is to promote awareness of Down syndrome, provide education of Down syndrome, and advocate for those of Down syndrome. However, we strongly feel that the opportunities of DSAHV provide for families to socialize and network with other families is one of the most important things we do. We have selected the Cluett Chance Park Memorial Park as a location of our annual Buddy Walk for October 18, 2026. Last year's Buddy Walk at the Cluett Chance Park was very well attended and everyone loved the park. We truly enjoyed the opportunity to celebrate our members here in Marlborough Milton. I am respectfully requesting that the board please consider waiving the fees associated with rental of the park pavilion. The Buddy Walk is our biggest fundraiser that supports our organization's work for the rest of the year. Thank you for your time and consideration, and that's Tammy Gallagher, president of DSAHV. So yeah, we've had them have the Buddy Walk here before, and this is for October 18th, 2026. I didn't see anything wrong, right, Danielle? Did you see anything in the book that no conflict, right? So I would need a motion to allow them to use the park and to waive the fees.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved. Dear Supervisor Corcoran and Town Board members, I hope this message finds you well. I'm respectfully requesting that the fee for the community center be waived for the event scheduled on March 21st, 2026 as a fundraiser for the students of the Marlborough High School. We believe this event will benefit our local community by raising funds for students in our community. Waiving the fee would help ensure the success of reducing financial barriers and allowing more resources to be directed towards the event. Thank you for your consideration of this request. We'd be happy to provide additional information or discuss the matter further if needed. I look forward to your response. And this is from Jenna Lazaroff, class advisor, Caitlin Brady, and Linda DeStefano.
Do we know what the event is?
They don't tell the
It's
event.
very vague.
It's kind of vague. When I read it this morning, I was kind of odd that they didn't actually tell us what the event is. I would have to assume it's for the school kids. It's something that's, pretty good. What's that?
Bougie bingo. Bougie bingo.
Oh, bougie bingo. Okay.
Okay.
So I need a motion to allow the Marlborough High School students to use the facility on March 21st, 2026.
Okay, so I have no issue with them using the community center. I'll start with that. But is bougie bingo a gambling activity, and is that an issue in our building?
Is it gambling? I don't know. Is that what it is? I don't even know what it is.
I don't know, I'm not
It's
familiar.
bingo. It's bingo.
I'm sure there's prizes handed out.
Yeah.
No, I'll find out what the event is. I mean, obviously, if it's gambling, they can't do it there. I don't
know.
Should probably check into
I
it
think we
first.
should just look into that, but assuming it's all on the up and up, no issue with waiving the fee.
We're not doing like the old Tom back and spinning the wheel and having the, what was that, what night we used to have every year? Bingo nights and all that? The old days, right? The old days. So I have a, we're okay by you as long as we find out what the event is?
Well, I think we know what the event is. I think we need to
Well, I
just
gotta
check the
find out
legality of the
the
event.
legality of the
Check
event.
legality of the event.
So if I check with our attorney that the legality of the event is okay, do we have a motion to approve?
Yes.
I'll second.
All right, all in favor, and I'll follow up with that, and then I'll let you guys know.
Thank you.
Maybe that's why the event's not listed.
Oh crap, I'm in trouble for something else today.
Let me just write this for myself. Okay. On behalf of the Marlborough United Soccer Club Board, we respectfully request permission to use the soccer field at Cluett Memorial Park for the upcoming spring soccer season. We're requesting field use during the period of March 30th through May 23rd on the following days and times: Mondays and Thursdays 6 to 8 p.m. and Saturdays 9 to 12 p.m. Does that come, that doesn't, well, that's on the soft, that's
No.
different, yeah, so. The fields will be used for organizations for soccer practice and games. Our organization is committed to responsible field use and maintenance and will comply with all town policies, scheduling requirements, and any guidelines established by the Park and Recreation Department. MUSC carries general liability insurance for all programs. A certificate of insurance naming the town of Marlborough as additional insured can be provided upon request, which we will ask them for. Please let us know if there are any forms to complete, fees, and submit additional information required to process the request. We appreciate the town's continued support for youth athletics and the community and programs. Thank you for your time and consideration. This is from Mark Boda on behalf of the Marlborough United Soccer Club Board. So, yes, see, there's going to have to be some paperwork filled out, and there is going to have to be insurance provided. And as long as they provide that to the town clerk, I will ask for a motion.
It's just for the spring season, correct?
Yep. March 30th through May 23rd.
Awesome. I'll make the motion then to allow the soccer league to use the town park soccer field on Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays as listed.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved. That's it. No one resigned this week, Jerry.
Hey.
No one resigned this week, Jerry. All right.
Awesome that we have so many activities in town, though.
Okay, all right. Our favorite time, public comments. Anybody got any public comments? Anybody? Joan, what do you got? Joan, what do you got? Oh, at the park? Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Pickleball.
Pickleball courts there, the fire pit's there. There's still some cleanup around there to do, some landscaping and stuff. But yeah, the pickleball courts came out great. The one thing we're looking at is adding some lights to them, so you could have night pickleball court, which would be nice in the summer when it's 100 degrees, right? So we're working with Central Hudson on that right now, because I think I brought this up a few meetings back about the cost of the lights in the park is outrageous. So we're working with them right now to change that. because everybody wasn't here at that meeting. We pay $950 a month just for the lights in the park. So we did find out there's some lights that are obsolete, some lights we probably don't need, and there's a possibility that we, working with the highway department, we may or may not, we have to figure out the cost, putting in the lights ourselves and just paying for the electric costs. Because right now we pay a pole cost to Central Hudson and a monthly fee just for to have the light fixture and then the electric cost. So there's so we got to do analysis, but we're working on that for the spring. But yes, thanks. They've done a great job. Oh man, Joe, now you want more electric? We just told you it's $950. We just told you it's $950. I'll have to refer to Johnny Mack and see if the Bocce League wants to spring for something like that. We'll see. But we like to have all those people sweat it out under there when they're competing. Come on. We could check. I'll see. Like I said, we could check into our evaluation of this electric cost. But it's, I mean, everybody knows electric costs themselves have just gone up in general. But you know, if we're paying pole rental fees and light fixture rental fees on top of the electric costs, it just doesn't seem right. So we'll figure it out. Anybody else got any other public comments? Mickey.
I just wanted to congratulate the whole board, congratulate Gail especially, and I'm sorry I missed your sooner again, but it's New Year's Day celebration. Thank you.
That's okay.
I also appreciate how much support you gave to welcome Comptroller Natalie here for the swearing ceremony for Don.
Absolutely. Sir.
Absolutely. It's an honor to see so many people here and to see all the scouts and the Legion here. It was truly a community event. Well done.
Yep. It was a well-attended event. It was great. That's our new legislators. If you guys want to come up and introduce yourselves to the public, I think, just so everybody knows. Come on up, Dominic. Don't be shy. Come on up, Dominic. Don't be shy. I know. We got Laura Martinez, District 11, Dominic Marino, District 10. Dominic's got a little sliver of Milton, just enough. But they had their swearing-in ceremony on Saturday here, and again, it was well attended. We had a lot of big people here. We had Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli here. We had County Executive Metzger here. We had Jonathan Jacobson. We had a video conference from Senator Hinchy. Manny was here also, our DA. So it was a lot of great people and a lot of great words said, and you know, we're looking forward to you guys having a great year. Unfortunately, you got to run again this year with this new law, but it's all good. It's all good. So congratulations to both of you. Absolutely. Yep. And again, like I told you there, my door is always open. So you were already there. I got to get you in there. You were already there. So, all right. Thank you. All right. We're going to go in the resolutions then. So Resolution 24 is to appoint a member of the an alternate member of the Ulster County Planning Board. People don't know, we actually have representatives from our town go up to the county when they have their planning board at the county, and we have to yearly appoint the person that goes up and then their alternate. So Supervisor Clerk proposes the following. Whereas Cindy Lanzetta has been the member of the Ulster County Planning Board for the town of Marlborough, and whereas the town of Marlborough needs an alternate member, and whereas Fred Callow has met all the training requirements to be the alternate member, be resolved that Fred Callow be appointed the alternate member and moves for its adoption.
Councilmember Appler.
Yes.
Councilmember Sessa.
Yes.
Councilmember Kauke.
Yes.
Councilmember Zambito.
Yes.
Supervisor Corcoran.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, thank you.
All right, we're finally at the end here for our ADU law, and part of that is to and pass our secret declaration. So this Resolution 25 authorized the filing of this negative declaration of notice, therefore pursuant to requirements of secret and 6 NYCRR Section 617.12 of implementing regulations. Supervisor Corcoran proposes the following. Town of Marlborough Town Board, secret negative declaration and notice of determination of non-significance for the local law of the Town of Marlborough, Ulster County, New York, amending various provisions of the Chapter 155 zoning of the Code of the Town of Marlborough as follows. Amending Section 155-1, terms defined, adding an additional permitted accessory use to Section 155-12AR, residential district, adding an additional permitted accessory use to Section 155-12C, RAG1, rural agricultural district, and adding a new Section 155-32.6, detached accessory dwelling units of single-family properties. And again, these are ADU units, these are detached accessory units to your primary residence. Again, you could build a up to 900 square foot accessory building on your property if you have at least 1 acre. This is what this is allowing in the districts that we just mentioned. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Marlborough proposes to adopt local law number 1 of the 2026, the local law of the Town of Marlborough, Ulster County, New York, to amend various provisions of Chapter 155 zoning of the Code of the Town of Marlborough, as following. Amending Section 155-1, terms defined and additional permitted accessory use, Section 155-12A, R residential district, adding additional permitted accessory use, Section 155-12C, RAG1 rural agricultural, and adding new sections 155-32.6, detached accessory dwelling units, single-family properties. And whereas a negative declaration and determination of non-significant is prepared in accordance with Article 8 in the Environmental Conservation Law, the New York State Environmental Quality Review Act, (SECRA), and its implementing regulations set forth in 6 NYCRR Part 617. And whereas because the Town Board is directly undertaking the action and it is only involved agency, is therefore the lead agency for the environmental review action pursuant to SECRA. And whereas the name of the address of the lead agency of the Town of Marlborough, Town Board, 21 Milton Turnpike, New York, 12547, and the responsible officer, Scott Corcoran, Town of Marlborough, Town Supervisor, with the telephone number of 845-795-5100. And whereas the Town Board introduced the first intention of local law and the regulation of August 11, 2025 meeting. And you know what? If everybody's okay with it, I'm going to say all this is online and you can read it at your pleasure. I just wanted to get through the first section because it does introduce the secret part of it and tells you what we're doing. And this is for the ADU law that we're putting in. So this is the part of it that is part of the secret determination, and this is part 3 of the secret. We had to do part 1, part 2. And be it further resolved that the Town Board of Town of Marlborough hereby issues the negative declaration of notice, therefore pursuant to requirements of secret and its implementing regulations. Be it further resolved the Town Board hereby authorize the filing of this negative declaration and notice, therefore pursuant to requirements of secret and 6 NYCRR Section 617.12 of its implementing regulations. The foregone resolution was voted upon with all councilmen voting as follows.
Supervisor Corcoran?
Yes.
Councilman Appler?
Yes.
Councilman Kauke?
Yes.
Councilman Zambito?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sessa?
Yes.
All right, thank you. That's the first part. So the second part is Resolution 26 to actually adopt local law number 1 of the year 2026. So Supervisor Corcoran proposes the following. And again, I'm not going to read all this. This is all online. Does anybody, I'll ask this, does anybody out there have any questions about the ADU law? I've been talking about it for, I think, 6 months, maybe more. But it's a good thing, I believe, to help with some of the high cost of rents and things in our community and across the state. Gives you the ability to create that ADU, hopefully keep some of our kids in our town and maybe some of our elderly to be able to afford their houses. So be able to afford their houses. So I'm going to get to Section 9. The local law shall be effective upon filing with the Secretary of State. Be it further resolved, the town clerk shall file a certified original of this local law, the office of town clerk, and one certified copy to the office of the Secretary of State. State of New York, such certified copy to have attached therefore a certificate that is contained in the correct text and an enactment of this local law. Now, before I do that, I do have to just go over this with the board. So we did get feedback from the community multiple times, but we also got feedback multiple times from our planning board and our county board. On the county side, there's some things we will not agree with, so we have to mention them because we're going to override their recommendations. So I do have to read them. So I'm going to read just what our planning board said. The planning board reviewed and discussed the revised proposed local law as its regulatory scheduled meeting on December 15, 2025. The planning board finds appropriate that the allowance of detached accessory dwelling units ADU in the R residential district, in addition to the R1, RAG1 distress districts are acceptable. Further, the planning board comments the town board for taking steps to improve the opportunity for more affordable housing in the town of Marlborough. The planning board acknowledged the town board reluctance to extend ADU accessory use to non-residential in commercial zones and believes the establishment to use the residential and agricultural zone as the town board has proposed is a good place to start. The proposed code amended will greatly beneficial to the town of Marlborough community, and the planning board has no further comments or recommendations. And that's from the chairman at the time, Chris Brandt. So the county also got this, and these are the comments. The proposed amendment to continue to be positive progress. The town now proposes to extend ADUs into the R zoning district. So this was, we introduced it originally for R1, RAG1, and then we added R, so they were commenting on the R zone district. Limit accessory dwelling units ADUs to be for one home, allowing new and existing structure to be converted for use, and prohibit short-term rentals and bed and breakfasts from being located within them. The town is also allowing detached ADUs as a permitted accessory residential use, thereby removing the need for a special permit and for site plan review. Ulster County Planning Board continues to recommend that ADUs be permitted as a right, regardless of whether a lot requires an area variance or an existing undersized lot, as long as the adequate drinking water and wastewater facilities are available and are approved by the Ulster County Department of Health if necessary. For exceptional circumstances in which an undersized lot has unique environmental constraints such as topography or the presence of wetland, the board recommends that the town board allow the zoning enforcement officers to reserve the right to refer such more complex cases to the town planning board for site plan review. Furthermore, the Ulster County Planning Board recommends that the town not only allow detached accessory dwelling units as a right, but also all types, whether they are internal to the primary structure, additions to existing structure, or be converted attic or basement or existing structures of ADUs as a right, unless there is a limiting factor as just discussed. Finally, the Ulster County Planning Board recommends that the amendment not be limited to the RR1, RAG1 zone district, but also include single-family residential use in the existing C zone districts. And that's Robert Lebowitz and Principal Planner. So what we're not agreeing with the Ulster County Planning Board is that we are not including the C zone in in this law. We are not allowing internal to the primary ADUs. It's external to the primary, because we believe if we include internal to the primary, just about every residential home in this community can be turned into a two-family home without going through the planning board process. I don't think that's a good idea, so that's why we're doing it the way we're doing it. So I just need a motion by the board to say the things we disagree with the Ulster County Planning Board, we are overriding, and we will do so when we vote, but they also want it by a motion.
I'll make that motion.
I need a second.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. And again, now we're going to vote on it, which pretty much overrides that anyway. So, the foregone resolution was duly put to vote, which resulted as follows.
Supervisor Corcoran?
Yes.
Councilman Appler.
Yes.
Councilman Kauki.
Yes.
Councilman Zambito.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sessa.
Yes.
Man,
Yes.
that was good. All right. So tonight is a very rare night because I'm actually having an executive session, which I normally do not have. I like to, as you could tell, I like to talk in public. But tonight, it's no, I have to have an executive session because it's about the Citizen of the Year, and I don't want any of you to know who we're going to choose. So, but the town board wants to have a quick discussion on who we are going to pick. We will have a decision after this, but I will not make it public after our executive session because that will be done at our, I believe it was going to be our second meeting of February or our first meeting of February, but that'll be announced. So I'm going to make a motion to go to executive session at 8:18 to discuss the Citizen of the Year Award. I need a second.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved. And again, there will be a decision, but will not be made public. If you choose to stay, you can. If you don't, only thing we're going to do is come back, tell you the time, and we're going to close the meeting. So, thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Once they come back, motion to resume the regular meeting. They have to give the time. And then we'll adjourn. You can go. I'm gonna start cleaning up. I can't actually.
I'm surprised, because that's Hannah who wrote that,
It
and
should
she
be
put
member
capital.
on.
I changed everything. I'll tell Hannah, it's really him. It's really him.
Your crusade.
All right. Make a motion to return out of executive session. It is 8:30. And I need a motion to return to our meeting of executive session 8:30 p.m.
I will make the motion to return from executive session at 8:30 PM.
Second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved. Okay, I need a motion to adjourn the meeting at 8:30 in 30 seconds.
I'm making it say 30. I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, so moved. Thank you, everybody. Aye, so moved. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Charlie.